Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, well, um, thank you for coming, Ajahn.
You're welcome.
Because like my mom said, like the Chinese people are so good at I don't know, saying hello. So we should say something. Okay.
Okay, let's start.
이제 시작하겠습니다.
Uh, First of all, sit your body in the upright posture. Keep the middle axis of the body straight. In this state, we don't think that we are meditating. Now, it's just to keep a good posture, straight and soft. Especially the straightness of the body. Is the straight line linking the very top of the head and the point in between the anal and the sex organ. So you can imagine there's a string pulling the very top of the head upward. And at the same time, your bottom is heavy and sinking down. So with the force pulling and dropping, it pull the middle axis of the body straight. And keep this straight line as relaxed as possible. You maintain it with the minimal effort. And the whole body should be kept soft. So simply keep your body in this good posture. You can even open your eyes and sit as usual. Just maintain this posture and breathe normally. And don't move. And relax the whole body as much as possible. The straightness is the principle. If you can keep a upright posture like this, then it will help you to stay in an alerted state. Keep your body alert and relaxed. At the beginning, you just focus on the maintaining the body posture until the body remembers. You can simply forget the concept, I am meditating. Your head is pulling upward and your bottom is sinking down. Let the body relax and rest in this posture. Don't disturb the body. And let it breathe naturally. Let it sit and rest. Be a humble knower to this body. It does not belong to you. This humble knower has nothing to do. It can rest in the rhythm of breathing. Relax into the breathing. So both the body and the mind are resting themselves. And they don't bother each other. They are both resting in the breathing. Let the body relax deeper with the breathing. Let the relaxation penetrate into the deep muscles, into the inner organs. You can tell this body, now you can completely rest in the breathing. Especially the diaphragm. Really relax as much as possible. This physical body is our good friend. Be humble and grateful to it. Invite it to take a deep rest in the breathing. Let this body relax until it is well settled. And now you are sitting here in a stable and relaxed posture. And now we can pay attention to the brain area. Relax the brain in the breathing. Just like let the brain to have a sleep in the pace of breathing. Now you can forget everything, let go everything, and take rest. With every out breath, relax the brain even more. It's a gentle invitation, not a request. Don't disturb the brain. Return it back to the nature. And let everything take rest in the pace of wisdom, in the pace of breathing. And try to feel the weight of thoughts. It's heavy, and each time when you take it up, when you think, it is tiring. And let this brain be lazy to think and rest in the breathing. When you find that you get lost in the thinking, just come back and relax again. Concentrate on the relaxation of brain in the rhythm of breathing. Breathing is the background, and relaxation of the brain is the job. But this job doesn't require any effort. On the opposite, it's a dismiss of effort. Relaxation means the withdrawal of effort. Focus on this until the relaxation of brain becomes effortless. You need to be very mindful if you to make the relaxation deeper. Keep the brain relaxed until the brain remembers this state. And you can simply let it be. Don't disturb. It may require some effort at the beginning, but you should reduce it during the process. When the brain is relaxed, it becomes clear and bright. And you feel that in the brain area, the head space, it is gradually filled up with clarity and brightness. And now the relaxation becomes effortless. You can just rest in this. Breathe in the space of clarity and brightness. the relaxation penetrates deeper into the brain. And then the relaxation will be stable. After settle down the brain, and now I move to the heart area. And let your heart relax in the breathing. And let it rest in the breathing. And don't disturb. Once you have any cravings, then you are disturbing it. Once you have any liking or disliking, then you are disturbing this heart. And relax all those liking or disliking emotions. It is heavy, it is burdensome. Only then your heart can take rest. When the heart is relaxed, then the whole chest area, chest space will become peaceful and harmonious. Don't disturb the peace and harmony. They will be easily disturbed are your cravings. Just like the peaceful, still lake, be easily disturbed by the wind. Your want is the wind. Give up wanting, just be present. And let the heart take rest in the peace and harmony. Peace and harmony is the atmosphere of the nature. Once we give up human disturbance, human wanting, then the nature appears. Let the heart rest in the nature. And now let us share our merit. May this merit of meditation worship the Triple Gem in our mind. May this mind grow in the Triple Gem. And may all sentient beings share our merit. May they all can grow in the Triple Gem. You can move your body and open your eyes. Live a simple life. Then keep a simple mind. Actually, jhana is a simple mind. It's a mind without complexity. The five hindrances are the complexity of the mind. Sleepiness and restlessness is the complexity of the uh, of the of the intelligence. Sensual craving and the aversion is the complexity of emotions. And the doubt is the complexity of our condition. Doubt, D-O-U-B-T. The complexity of condition. Condition. Condition means the way you understand the world. So it's about the view. The right view of the Buddha is the simplest view. Because it deals with the most important part of the world. What is the most important part of the world or of our life? That is the suffering. 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 Suffering means pain. There's nothing more important than the issue of suffering in our life. If you are suffering, then there's nothing meaningful. What we call meaningful means at least something makes you happy. When you deal with the suffering only, then our view is the simplest in the world. And also the simplest state of emotion is the state of peace and harmony. Because you don't like and you don't dislike, then this is the natural state. And also being awake, being aware and relaxed, and this is the simplest state of our intelligence. We don't think. And also we are not indulged in the drowsiness. And just keep our brain simply awake. Awake to the present moment. And that is the simplest way of the brain. once we start to think, once we start to create, we go into the past and the future, then everything gets complicated. So to be present is the simplest way of being. The jhana is the stage of being present and being peaceful and harmonious, and being stable in our view. And this is the simplest way of mind. So don't think the meditation is to do something complicated. It's a reduction of the complexity of our life. So our spiritual practice is subtraction. Subtraction. Just reduce it to the simplest state. And we give it a name, the jhana, and makes it seem to be something very high class. But actually, it's the simplest way of being. It's alive without suffering. Okay, any questions? Yes, Sari.
I respect you, Ajahn. My question is, first of all, what is capacity? What is the Chinese?
复杂.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I doing the meditation guidance at beginning. I have a lot of wandering thoughts, and doing the relax the brain process. Sometimes after Ajahn sentence, I'm with the sentence, and then I can feel my brain and relax. And then it's wandering thoughts again, out of control. So it's hard for me to stay.
You need
stay
to be,
like what?
You need to be more mindful in relaxation. Relaxation doesn't mean without mindfulness. If you have no mindfulness in relaxation, then you cannot last it long. You simply forget to relax.
How how to maintain the mindfulness.
You need to concentrate on the relaxation of brain.
I mean, I really want to, but the wandering thoughts is like monkey out of control. It's controlling me.
So you need to relax in a relaxed way. Sometimes we are relaxing in a controlling way. Then actually it's not a relaxation. It's a request. You're requesting your brain to relax. So the brain will struggle.
Yes, sometimes it's like that, but sometimes for like few seconds, I can relax in a way of just be with the brain. But and I just said, oh, remember this kind of stage. But it can't remember and still cannot. Then it's wandering thoughts arise. Then it's connect a lot of other things. It's like joints, some joints between, and then connect, and then later I aware. So
just come back and to relax the brain. Just every time when you're aware, then just come back and relax. Accumulate the time of relaxation, then the brain will be quiet.
I guess it's because during the daytime I feel like the wandering thoughts.
I don't think too much, and relax the brain in a humble way. Once you try to control, then it is not a relaxation. It's a suppression.
Well,
yes.
Yes, I think I just lost the connection, but it's okay. I can hear it again later. Anyway, I still see the wandering thoughts is about the daytime talking. And I also aware that why the topic of the talking will arise again and have some other connections. It's because underneath there are some. It's not strong, that much strong greed. For example, my only thought is today I talk or yesterday I talked with someone.
Just stop thinking. You simply stop thinking and relax the brain. You don't need to investigate how the thoughts come. Just simply stop it and relax. If you cannot even stop it, then you cannot invest in a deep way. You will not know.
Yes, I understand. What now I'm talking about is actually the later part when Ajahn mentioned about in the Dhamma talk part. Yeah, sorry. Actually, right now my question about the Dhamma talk part. So in the Dhamma talk, I think it's a sentence like Ajahn mentioned about. I forgot what's the sentence, but it's naturally the wandering thoughts are something want this self to be better, and I feel like want this self to be better is kind of dukkha. And when I realized it, then later on a lot of thoughts I can naturally see the roots of the thoughts are all want this self to be better. And I feel like, yeah, this is true. This is really competency. It's not simple. And the simple way is just to be present. For example, be with the breathing, something like that.
Then just practice.
So just the practice, be present with the breathing, and
You keep your mind simple.
So the way I practice is all right. I just continue. When the thoughts arise, I know the underneath intention, and then release it.
If you
Come
know, then just know. If you don't know, then just let it go. You don't need to think about it. You understand?
But sometimes I feel like that kind of Dharma investigation is helping me.
If you know,
If
if you know in a real sense, once the thought happens and you know simultaneously. But if you know after that, then that is thinking. Thinking sometimes helps, but it's not that important. If you simply know that it is like this, then everything just let it be. And when it disappears, when it goes, just let it go. You don't need to think about it. You simply know that everything is rising and falling, everything is impermanent, and that's enough.
Oh, I see. Yes, this is my habit tendency to, if I feel, oh, this is really good, I want to have always like this, then that's chasing again. Then that's actually another intention to craving something. I see. Okay, I will try to practice what Ajahn said. Thank you, Sadhu.
Okay, Sylvia. Okay, and then there's another question. in the chat box. Can you read it for me? Uh, why not a woman who just lost a beloved husband? Okay. Yes. It's just like a bad relationship, a really bad relationship, and because of habit, old habit, then we don't want to make any change to the bad relationship, even it's so bad. That is why we also need the precepts and the samadhi to reduce, to make a change in our behaviors, in our bodily behaviors, in our speech, and in our mind, mental behavior. That is something we need to do. Make our life to change. Don't just stuck in the old way. If you so no matter how much you understand, how much you know, but you're still stuck in the old way, then you will be depressed. The depression sometimes comes from our unwillingness to make change, and our self-hatred to our unwillingness to change. So it makes everything complicated. The simplest way is when you know it is bad, then just change it. When you know this behavior is not good for you, makes you depressed, then just stop doing it. And when we change our behaviors in the body, in the speech, and in the mind, then actually our wisdom is growing at the same time, because we can distinguish which one is skillful, which one is unskillful, and make change accordingly, and our mind will change in this way. So don't just make yourself stuck. Just move according to your wisdom. I found that maybe we don't need to separate the different channel. I mean the translation channel, because every time I will stop for and wait for the translation. So and there will be no recording in the for the translator. And sometimes when the translator read the question, there's no recording there. So it's better everything go into the same channel, right? Make it simple. Okay, any more questions? Okay, if not, then good night.
감사합니다.
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 Thank you, Ajahn. Good night.
가자.